Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Now we all know that Mars is in Moola Nakshatra right now, and Mars is in the sign of Sagittarius. Although Mars is combust and it will remain combust, you can say for most part of the January month. But on 14th of January, Mars will enter PurvaAshada Nakshatra. Now currently Mars being in Moola Nakshatra is definitely a very turbulent Mars. This is because the energy can be pulled into the negative direction. But the moment Mars enters PurvaAshada Nakshatra, it starts entering into the fountain of youth. It starts focusing its energy into something creative, something constructive, something that can be good for humanity, something that is more aligned towards the righteous path. The only problem is that it is Mars we are talking about. And when we talk about Mars, we are talking about something that is more rigid, something that is more inflexible in terms of, you can say, non-adjustable. It is more focused on the fundamentals, it is more strict in nature, and it is focusing on the victory. Now, PurvaAshada Nakshatra is also said to be the Nakshatra which is termed as the invincible one. That means it has to win. Now, when Mars enters PurvaAshada Nakshatra, it kind of energizes water. It kind of energizes the fluid of, or you can say the immortality of life. It kind of energizes that. It pushes you towards that. That means it wants to do things that are immortal. That means maybe it is a person trying to write their names in the history books, person who wants to do something on a day-to-day life that people remember them for good. It can be something that you want to do for your loved ones, for your family, or it can also be for the greater good of humanity. But the sense is that my name must be there. That is Mars' nature. And Mars wants to push this forward. Nothing wrong in this. The only problem is that Mars is combust. That means in spite of all the effort, the bestest of the effort of the Mars may not be able to, showcase its true strength. That means you are not able to see your true strength. You are unable to see the true potential, and maybe you are haunted by thoughts in your mind, you are haunted by traumas, you are troubled by negative situations, scenarios in your head, especially for people who have negative Mars in their chart. So recommendation is that you need to be a little easy on yourself. You need to enjoy your life. You need to find some good mentors, some good teachers who can give you some positive direction. And in spite of all the competitive nature of this Mars, even you are a student or you are into, maybe in the office, you're running for promotion, you're running for a post, designation, whatever happens, do not focus on being too strict on the fundamentals. Fundamentals are good, but maybe you need to have a new perspective. So you have to change your perspective in life. See, Sagittarius is a dharma sthan. It is a sthan or a zodiac sign that defines your belief system. And when Mars goes into PurvaAshada Nakshatra, it means you will fight for your belief system. You will be completely in defense, and it is good. But what are you believing in? Are you trying to defend something that is constructive, or are you trying to defend something that is destructive? Let's take an example. Someone who is a smoker, if I try to tell them that smoking is bad, they also know that, but the natural instinct will be to resist and say, no, smoking is okay, smoking is not bad. They will try to resist. It's their belief system that smoking gives them freedom from, say, tension or stress. How will you break that belief system? So you need to understand that you need to start believing in yourself, but the belief should not be so rigid that it can't be upgraded. You have to constantly upgrade yourself and constantly have to push forward. Now, the only problem with Mars in PurvaAshada Nakshatra is that PurvaAshada Nakshatra is ruled by or associated with planet Shukra, Venus. But it is in the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, which therefore means contrasting energies. Mars in such a situation, if dealt positively, means your energy can understand both the good and the bad, and then you can take a decision. So anyone who is kind of spanning their vision towards all directions, all possibilities, and then taking a call will find victory. And someone who is running only for fame, glory, luxury will find it difficult. Now, people who are into athletes, who are into sports, who are into sports related businesses, who are physiotherapists, who are teachers, who are into religious practices, all will see great boost by the Martian energy. And if you are into depression, if you are into anxiety, Mars in PurvaAshada Nakshatra will give you a way out. But you need to believe in yourself. The more you have this strong belief that yes, I can do it, the better the strength of the mind will be. But as I said, it's a very thin line, and sometimes excess of anything is bad. So believing in yourself for some impractical task is a bad thing. Belief is good, belief will become stronger, but then you must be very practical to know what you're believing in, what you're trying to achieve. Because if your goal is impractical, your belief will be impractical too. Think about that. For Aries ascendant, if you see Mars will be in the 9th house, this 9th house Mars will make you more defensive. Your communication will be to justify your point of view. So don't do that. Be very practical, be inclusive, and try to travel and explore your horizon, know more things, learn. For Taurus ascendant, Mars will be in PurvaAshada Nakshatra in the 8th house. It means you need to protect yourself from other people trying to convince you. Number one. Second, if you seek validation, don't do that. Try to have belief in yourself. Also, Mars in PurvaAshada in 8th house means fighting your biggest fears. That means fears will come in your life and you need to fight them. If you need help, take help. For Gemini, Mars will be in PurvaAshada in the 7th house. It can affect your marriage negatively, it can affect your business negatively, it can affect your relationship negatively. But if you are more like standing for your partner, if you are more sacrificing in nature during this time, it will be good for you. You will be appreciated for that. Now, Mars is in the 6th house for Karka Lagna, Cancer ascendant. Now, for that, Mars in 6th house is actually very good. It wants to fight, it wants to win. So, it is a great time to win over your enemies. So, pray to Bhagwan Hanuman, chant Hanuman Chalisa multiple times. And if you are in any kind of problem, this will give you that necessary push, that energy, that help that will pull you out of the problem. For Leo, it is going to be in the 5th house. And because it is in the 5th house, you need to focus most of your energy in finding new ways of learning things. Also, you will hear some good news with respect to your children, if you have children. And if you are putting your time, effort and money into something productive, you will ultimately get gains, not immediate, but in the long term. So don't focus for short-term goals, focus for long-term goals. For Virgo, this will be in the 4th house. And because Mars is in the 4th house, usually Mars in the 4th house may mean that you are getting involved into fight in the family, fighting for the assets, fighting for the property. So if you have any negative energy in your house, correct that, do Vastu remedies, do Havan, Graha Shanti, and try to have a cordial atmosphere in your family. You may get involved into fight between the relatives. Try to stay away as much as you can. People involved in real estate sector will see great boost. Now for Libra. For Libra, Mars will be in the 3rd house. Now 3rd house Mars is excellent in PurvaAshada Nakshatra because it is the Karak Bhav of Mangal. That means Mars is the significator of energy, initiative, strength, and PurvaAshada means it really makes you invincible. Your steps that you will take, your communication, your energy that you will radiate will be positive. But make sure it is not hurting to someone. You need to be very, very clear in your communication and very polite also. See, Mars in PurvaAshada Nakshatra will ride on the wave of the Apaha. Apaha is the Devi of PurvaAshada. That means it is riding on the wave of water. So Mars needs to also balance itself. It's like a huge, humongous battleship, but on the waters of the ocean, and he has to respect the turbulent waters or the silent water. That means you need to respect the circumstances. Now for Scorpio, Mars will be in the 2nd house. This means that any financial challenges will be dealt with, addressed correctly in proper manner. You need to be very careful about your speech, about your food, about your expression. but overall it's a very positive Mars. The only problem is that you may dominate others and that domination may not be taken positively. So think that, and also take care of your diet, and if you are getting a lot of profit and success, donate a fraction of that. For Sagittarius, Lagna, Mars will be on the first house. It's going to be an overall development. It will give you confidence. It will give you a lot of power, a lot of boost in your life. Anyone who is mentally down, physically down, this Mars in PurvaAshada Nakshatra will give you that energy to pull yourself out. Read Bhagavad Gita and follow the path given by Bhagwan Krishna. For Capricorn, Mars will be in the 11th house in PurvaAshada Nakshatra. Anyone who is working overseas, anyone who is into merchant navy, anyone who is into military defense will see great boost coming your way, maybe promotion, maybe appreciation. But it also means that you need to donate. Your expenses will be on the higher side and you may go for an egoistic expense. Don't do that. Your energy needs to be liberated. So anything that is toxic, that is hidden in your mind, you need to leave and liberate that. Talk to a psychologist, counselor, astrologer if needed. For Aquarius, Mars will be in the 11th house. 11th house Mars in PurvaAshada Nakshatra means you are fighting for your right and you are getting victory. So if you are seeking justice, Mars in PurvaAshada will give you justice. Just you need to ensure that don't engage into verbal fight with your elders, seniors, team members, your elder brother unnecessarily. Usually Saturn in the first house is actually going to give you that patience, that control, but Mars may give you that itching feeling to give a response, befitting reply. Don't do that. Try to have patience, because the more patience you will have, the better your life will be. And for Pisces, Mars will be in the 10th house in PurvaAshada Nakshatra. Great time for career growth. This Mars will aspect your first house, but your emotional state will be disturbed. You might be over enthusiastic, over energetic, and you may end up doing more than expected. So don't overshoot, don't overcompensate. If you are being within your limits and if you're respecting your boundaries, Mars in the 10th house will give great career boost and your reputation will also increase. But you also should not do anything that can make you fight for your reputation. So stay away from controversies. So overall Mars transit is actually very good. In PurvaAshada Nakshatra, great that it is out of Moola Nakshatra. The next journey will be in Uttarashada, for which I will make another video. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, Namaste.